But you guys want to jump into some stories?
Yeah,
We got some good ones here. We actually have somebody asking for some pretty serious advice here. Goes by the name of Ken, and the subject is legal recourse. Sergeant Popp, team guy here. West Coast Naval Special Warfare Operator, got divorced, like you do, and it wasn't pretty. Been 5 years, but now the ex-wife is making false claims about me to CPS/DCS. Not the first time. Don't know what my options are for recourse or self-defense here. Are there complaints that I can file with my state against her? Are there reports that I can now file with the CPS people about her making false accusations? If so, how much ass pain is involved? Love your channel. You're one of the main reasons that I won in family court the first time around.
Yeah,
50-50 with my sons, no alimony, no child support. No wonder she's pissed.
Fuck yeah.
You, Coltane, and TFM are the main dudes who gave me the tools for victory. What do you got to say?
All right, hang on. All right.
This is your wheelhouse, 1,000%.
All right, the CPS trick. Again, this is covered in Administrative Violence, Divorce, and Custody Edition, and these are done anonymously for a reason by certain individuals. The main reason men have to be anonymous is if you go through a divorce and you, as the father of the children, go above board and report anything to CPS, you will automatically be ignored, or your complaint will be downgraded to the point where they won't even look into it. That's just, I'm sorry, I'm just being honest, straight up discrimination against men. And any dude out there knows I'm speaking the truth, especially when it comes to this kind of craziness. That's why, as a dude, if you want to, play these silly games, you have to do the 3x3 rule and file a minimum of 3 complaints to get any action done. Now, if she is filing these complaints using her name, you can actually, there is legal recourse you can go to. I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just saying there is legal recourse you can take. Mainly, you can go after her for harassment, and you can get a protection order for, against her for continuing this craziness. Especially if this is if you've had 2 or 3 CPS investigations and nothing was found, and this keeps happening, then more than likely the CPS people will be on board with bringing some scunion down upon her.
Scunion.
Now, she might be doing this to actually get more time with the kids.
She's doing it to get more money is what she wants.
Well, she could be doing it. Well, she can't get more money unless she gets more time with
exactly. If she gets more time, then she can go back and start, because it's all about the money. We know it says she doesn't care about the kids. She cares about the check.
That's why when she gets the custody, the kids will spend time with the friends, the boyfriends, the grandparents, babysitter. They won't actually.
All right, now
the diddler boyfriends.
If this is some type of situation between her and you, maybe you could, have a little conversation with her and find out exactly what's going on, and you can grease the skid and make this whole thing go away without having to go through the whole legal ass pain that this will take, because that's very expensive and time consuming.
Just a bit.
All right. Now, if that fails, I advise you to get a protective order against the mother, because if she's willing to do shit like this, there's yet more shit she can do. Make more complaints to other, like the police and what have you. If you have a protection order in place, like a no contact, and she's making complaints to the police or whatever, and they come to talk to you, you have a record. You're like, I have a no contact order. She's out of her goddamn mind. She's making all these complaints. Here you go. Oh, and here are all the investigations that have been done by CPS. This is complete bullshit. And most of the time, if you have that in place and people come to talk to you and you immediately hit them with that, it usually takes it from a 10 to like a 2 or a 3. You can manage a 2 or a 3. 10 gets a little crazy.
Yeah. That goes for looks too.
Yeah. Well, you can always drink it up to a 6 and regret it later.
Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah. It's a technique. It's not the preferred
no.
method.
Yeah.
Ugh.
If you have to drink a 2 up to a 6, how can you walk? Because that's like 12, 16 beers.
Well, that's how most of these like whiny leftoid corn stars got their first job.
I know. Like, I don't know, Steve.
And I'm sorry, like if there was ever anything to get me to run in the polar opposite direction of what I was being advised to do, it's getting advised to do it by sex workers.
Yeah.
I can smell the genital warts coming off of this fucking article.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is like 2 months ago. Steve came here on a Tuesday. We usually go get dinner. We're driving down. We turn left at the first street down there. I think it's MacArthur.
Oh, you took him on a date.
No. And he has to pull over because we drove by this ugly woman with like 2 kids. He goes, I can't believe somebody put their penis in there. I just started laughing. I'm like, oh my God. Because literally, he just like pulls over and he's just like, and I'm like, are you all right? He goes, I have to get my composure. I just can't believe somebody put their penis in that.
I think that every
Fucking
time I
great.
go to one of my son's soccer games.
Oh
with
my
all the
God.
parents.
Oh,
But there are a couple. I'm like, whoa.
yeah.
And you know, and my wife will have like dinner with some of these moms. They'll go out and do, because they're all moms. They just need to get out sometimes, have a margarita or whatever. Got it. And then I get the report afterwards. She's bitching about this, their sex life. It doesn't happen, and when it does, it's subpar. I was like, if my wife looked like that, I wouldn't have a sex drive either, and I would want to get it over with as quickly as possible.
Well, we need to have some people that need to have an honest conversation with the women in the Western world.
Yeah.
And the first thing I would tell them is, if you want the needle to point north, you need to make the needle on the scale point south.
Yes. If you want the needle to point in whatever direction you want, it requires a little bit of animal magnetism, if you know what I mean. And if you put in zero effort, you can't expect maximum effort in return.
Most aren't open to that constructive criticism.
No.
We all know my favorite Venn diagram, women and accountability. They don't go together.
No.
If you know everything, you can't learn anything.
That's right.
Yep. Believe all women. No thanks. Nah. I'm full.
Nah.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Popp for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.